All right. Welcome to the Artifacts set review here for Lost Caverns of Ixalan. We're starting off with Hunter's Blowgun. 1 mana. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Equipped creature has Death Touch as long as it's your turn. Otherwise has Reach. That's cool. And equip 2. Ah. So on your turn has Death Touch. And then on your opponent's turn has Reach. That is super cool, dude. That is so cool. Now, in terms of how good it is, I don't remember any creatures in red that pinged creatures. Do you guys? If there is a creature that pings creatures, you can actually like machine gun people with Hunter's Blowgun. This is a really cool card. It kind of looks like a Deathsie card a little bit. I do like the flexibility of it, and it's reasonably costed as well. Oh, I kind of like it. We'll start this card off at a C, and then we shall see. Probably start this card off at a C-. I don't remember seeing any red pingers, but yeah, this card's awesome. Ow! I think a wasp just stung me, Captain. Nurk Dubin, last words. Pretty funny. Next card here, Buried Treasure. 2-mana artifact is a treasure itself. Tap, sacrifice Buried Treasure. Add 1 mana of any color, okay. 5 mana, exile Buried Treasure from your graveyard. Discover 5. Damn, this is a cool constructed card as well. Dude, this card is kind of cool, man. So, an expensive treasure, but then it has an ability on it. I honestly think that you can maybe build your deck in really cool ways in this format, even in Limited. I mean, I assume it's not going to be that good, but it's pretty cool. I guess it's also true that you can, like, loot it or just put it in your graveyard from your deck or something. But the main problem with it is that this actually bricks your other Discover, if that makes sense, right? So you're playing this card, and you have an extra brick for your Discover, so I think in general, it's probably not good. I'm gonna start this card off at a D. It's a pretty cool card, though. So, like, the way that you build your deck is gonna be very interesting. Alright, next card here, Compass Gnome. Dude, this card looks like a badass. The art is sick. Is it AI generated, do you guys think? Or, like, AI assisted? 2 mana, 2/1. When Compass Gnome enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card or cave card, reveal it, and put a card on top. I love these guys, man. I love cards like this. They are not overpowered. They're just very clean. I love the design. I think these cards are awesome. I'm gonna give this guy actually a C. It's a flat C. Which is a lot higher than I would normally give like a Compass Guide or whatever. Compass Guide or like a Dune Mover, something like that. I love it. I love it. And you can actually put your good cave on top as well. I love this card. It's awesome. Maybe I'll give it a C+ even. Give it a C+. Next card here, Cartographers Companion. 3 mana, 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, make a map token. Okay. Pretty cool card. Pretty cool card. I generally don't really like it that much. I think it's like very filler. Just kind of poorly statted. Yes, there's some value on it, but I think that you could do better. You will not be unhappy playing this as like your 22nd card or 23rd card or whatever. Assuming that we're playing like a lot of lands in this format, maybe 18 lands, but probably still just gonna give it the D. I don't see myself putting this in many of my decks. Next card here, Disruptor Wander Glyph. 4 mana, 3/4. When it attacks, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. Alright. A utility type card, and honestly, pretty well statted for a colorless card. I think that like colorless cards being well statted is fine. I personally don't hate it. Like a lot of times they really understat colorless cards just because it's colorless, and then nobody plays them. So what's the point, right? So I really like this sort of design perspective. 4 mana, 3/4, well statted for a colorless card. That being said, I don't think we care about it that much. sure it's gonna be cool to hinder your opponent's diving, your opponent's descent and stuff, but I don't think this is a card I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a D+. Next card here, Runaway Boulder. That's awesome. Indiana Jones style. 6 mana artifact with flash. Runaway Boulder enters the battlefield, deals 6 damage to a creature an opponent controls. Okay. Cycling 2. Dude, what a cool card. Huh. Enter the battlefield, deals 6 damage to a creature an opponent controls. And as Cycling 2. This card's kind of cool, man. Dude, I love the card. The card is awesome. The card is awesome. Flavor-wise, it seems playable. Obviously, relatively filler, but yeah, pretty darn cool. Probably C-, D+, and yeah, it's really good with craft with artifacts. So I'm gonna give it a C-. Okay, moving on to the uncommons here. Swashbuckler's Whip. 1 mana, artifact equipment. Equipped creature has reach. Equipped creature has reach, and 2 mana, tap target artifact or creature. Wait, what? Equipped creature has reach. 2 mana, tap target artifact or creature. Okay, so it actually becomes a I don't know, just like one of those tapping creatures, one of those Law Rune Enforcers type cards. And 8 mana, tap, discover 10. What a cool card. Dude, this card is so cool. What the hell? Ah. 1 mana, and then it costs 1 to equip. And then it gets 2 different activated abilities. Instant speed abilities as well. You can tap one of the things down for 2 mana. Or you can spend 8 mana and discover 10. This card is awesome, dude. Discover 10 gets a 1-drop? Yeah. It's pretty funny, dude. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I kind of love it. How do we play with it, though? I don't even know. Card is cool, though. Yeah. It's basically dice rolling, right? It's basically rolling dice. Dude. Yeah, Power Stones finally do have a use. Yeah, Power Stones have a use as well. This card is awesome, man. I'm gonna give this card a C+. Really excited to play the Swashbuckler's Whip, dude. About to whip some fools, you know? That's a cool-ass card. Next card here, Contested Ball Game. God, this reminds me of the Road to El Dorado. You guys remember that? Contested Ball Game. 2 mana artifact. Whenever you're dealt combat damage, the attacking player gains control. Oh my god! What is this? Whenever you're dealt combat damage, the attacking player gains control of Contested Ball Game and untaps it. Wait! What is happening here? What is happening? It's an actual ball game. So, alright, you play this, and then they deal combat damage whenever you're dealt combat damage. Okay. The attacking player gains control of it. Okay, so you play this, they deal you damage, alright, they get the ball. They untap it. Then 2 mana, tap, draw a card, and put a point counter on Contested Ball Game. What? Then, if it has 5 or more point counters on it, sacrifice it and create a treasure token. Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, draw a card and put a counter on it. Bro, the card is so cool, but isn't it just bad? Dude. Alright. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed, okay? You know what I really wanted to see? I I literally wanted to see a card that was the reenactment of the old Mayan ball, the old Maya ball game, where it's like, okay, contested ball game, and then it's like, if it gets 5 counters on it, you die, or something like that, or you win the game, or your opponent dies, or something like that. Player loses the game, something like that. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see, and it, you know, like, it could have been like 8 counters or something. Like, who cares? Fuck! How dare they? Yeah, like something like Strixhaven Stadium, something like that. Yeah, dude, I'm a little bit disappointed, chat. I'm a little bit disappointed, I will have to say. All right, so anyways, what does the card actually do? So you play it, and then you draw a card first, and then you put a counter on it, right? And then if your opponent wants to take the ball from you, they have to deal combat damage to you. Then they get the ball. Then they can draw a card, and then put a counter on it as well. And then whenever it reaches 5, the game stops, and then whoever controls the ball at that time gets a treasure token. It's still fine though. It's still fine, but yeah. It's still fine. It's a really cool card. But what do we rate it? What do we rate it though? I think we should probably rate this like a D+. But it's a really cool card. Yeah, it should have made 5 treasure or something as well. Like, a little bit uninspired from this card. But yeah. Alright. I'm gonna make an angry tweet about this later, by the way. Do you think you can make it work? I don't think there's much to make it work, though, if you think about it, right? So, it's really just a sort of bad, it's kind of a bad card draw artifact, because your opponent can get it. It's not like it's cheap or anything, it's just normally costed, right? 2 mana artifact, and then 2 mana to draw a card. It's just not that powerful. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It's like a sunset pyramid, right? It's like a sunset pyramid. But you have to protect the ball. You have to protect the ball and not let your opponent get the ball. But overall, I think that it's not that good. It is a very fun card, but yeah. Anyways, moving on. Big Site Conservator, 2 mana, 2/1. Sacrifice Conservator. Exile up to 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Activate only as a sorcery. Dude, why does this card look like a rare though? When Dig Site Conservator dies, you may pay 4. If you do, discover 4. Okay, so it has a sack ability on it, so you can sacrifice it and pay 4. Or you can pay 4 in combat or something, for example. Attack, they block. Trade off, you pay 4, discover 4. Exile up to 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Activate only as a sorcery. It's a pretty cool card. I actually like it. It's a very cool type of utility card. I think I'm going to start this guy off at a B-. Dig Site Conservator. Pretty cool card. Very flexible. Does a lot of stuff. Stat line obviously is just like whatever, but it's good enough, right? It's good enough, and it does a lot. So, I do like it. Yeah, so got a B-. Next card here, Sorceress Spyglass. This is back. Did this card used to be a rare, or what? 2 mana, as Spyglass enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand, choose any card name. Activate abilities and sources with a chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So it's interesting because you can actually look at their hand, and then you can actually pick an ability of a card on the board. So, like, you can actually stop an ability of, like, a cave, for example. Like, a cave they can't discover or something. That being said, really, really uncertain. Really uncertain. I don't think it's good. I guess if your opponent has like multiple caves of the same name or something, and then you hose them all, it's pretty good. But yeah, this is generally gonna be very difficult to use. I don't expect to use it very often. It is playable. I'm gonna start this card off at a D, probably a D minus. It's just a really hard card to use. Really hard card to use, but it is playable for sure. Like, it actually does something. Next card here. Careening minecarts. Dude, has anybody played this game in Mario Kart, by the way? Has anybody played this played this minigame in Mario Kart? 3 mana 3/3. Sorry, not Mario Kart, Mario Party. 3 mana 3/3 when careening minecart attacks, create a treasure token. Through 1. Pretty cool card. Minecart attacks, create a treasure token. I do not mind it. I do not mind it. It's a pretty cool card. Probably start this card off at a C minus, though. Cool card, but I don't know. C minus? Yeah, it's really easy to fall off. It is very easy to fall off. Yes, the 2v2 is hard AF. Yes, I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it. Okay, next card here, Sunbird Standard. 3 mana, artifact. Tap, add a mana of any color. Oh, okay. So it's a mana rock and then has craft with 1 or more 5 colors. What does that mean? Wait, chat, what does that mean? Craft with 1 or more. Just any other permanents? That is so weird. Wait, 1 or more what? Is this 1 or more anything? 1 or more permanents. Any other permanents that you control or in your graveyard, right? Sunbird Effigy. Star? It's a bird construct. Flying, vigilance, and haste. Sunbird's Effigy power and toughness are equal to the number of colors. Sunbird Effigy's power and toughness are equal to the number of colors among exiled cards used to craft it. Okay. Number of colors. Okay, so in my deck, it's always a 5/5 is what they're saying. Tap for each color among the exiled cards used to craft Sunbird Effigy, add 1 mana of that color. So it can tap to add 5 mana at the very best. So you craft with 1 or more. Pretty darn cool card, dude. That is cool. That is pretty cool. That's an awesome card. And again, I like it because nobody plays mana rocks because mana rocks are bad. So how do we make people play mana rocks? All right. This is how we make people play mana rocks. I like it. I like it. That being said, probably like a C minus still. Cool card, has a lot of potential, but not really that important, I think. I mean you can tap it to pay for itself as well, technically, so like it's kind of cheap. Maybe it is good. Maybe Sunbird Effigy is a fucking beast. Maybe this is a beast. I can see this card actually being a beast. You know what? Let's give this card a B minus. Let's give it a full grade promotion here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyways. How important is this for 5-color decks? I mean, so one of the passive abilities that I have being Deathsie, being born into this planet, is that I can have 5 colors, basic lands. I can have the full Woobird on basic lands, so like mana fixing is not that important to me, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's not that important. It's better just get lucky. Next card here, Scampering Surveyor. 4 mana, 3/2. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card or cave. Put on the battlefield, tapped and shuffled. That is cool. That is cool. That is a good Surveyor. That's a cool card. That's a cool card. Whoa. That's a very cool card. Very, very sort of reminiscent of Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, of Solemn Simulacrum. But a little bit better statted, and it can search for a cave. Like, really, really cool. Honestly, love this card. I think I want to give this card an A-, actually. Very clean, very cool, very flexible, well statted. I like it. I mean, it puts it on the battlefield tapped, so for colorless, this card is awesome. This card honestly has some constructed implications as well. Next card here, Hoverstone Pilgrim. All right, 5 mana, 2/5 flying. Ward 2. 2 mana, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. All right. What a cool card. Has flying. What a cool card. What a cool card. And then it hoses graveyards. I generally probably will not play this card very much. It is a chonker, though. Very large. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start this one off at a D+. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Yeah, that's true. It is clear the mind implications as well. And in this format with a lot of dissent, a lot of self-milling, maybe games do come down to mill. Having a card that anti-mills is gonna be crazy. I will say that these cards, from what we've seen so far, this format seems like you are gonna have some one hour best of 1 games. I really do think so. I do not think 5 is too much. I think that this card is already better than a lot of the 5 mana green cards that you can play. It protects itself a little bit. It also has flying. It has a big booty and a relevant ability. I actually like it. I actually do like it. Honestly, there are ways in this format for you to like go through your entire deck and then basically just always hit with your discovers by sort of finally arranging the bottom of your deck, something like that. Yeah, you can also remove craft materials from a grave. I don't know if you can, like, in response, remove a craft material from a grave. I don't think so, right? Yeah, this is a cool-ass card, though. I think I'm gonna start off as a D+. We'll have to see. But yeah, really, really cool card. Alright, moving on to the rares. Tarian's Soul Cleaver. Goddamn, what is this? 1 mana, legendary equipment. Equipped creature has vigilance. Whenever another artifact or creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. Whenever another artifact or creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a counter on equipped creature. Whenever another artifact or creature is put in a graveyard from the battlefield, put a counter on equipped creature. So yeah, there are map tokens, and there are treasure tokens. It's pretty funny with a lot of these cards, especially that one red card, the Hit the Mother Loader or whatever, that makes a bunch of treasures. But in general, I don't like it. I think it's like a pretty bad equipment for the most part, especially since the counters are not going on the equipment itself, it's going on the creatures. So I really don't like it. I really don't like it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this card probably a D, just a flat D. I'm not a fan. Alright. Next card here. Alright, Treasure Map is back. I love Treasure Map. I think Treasure Map is an awesome magic card. 2 mana artifact, 1 mana tap to scry, put a landmark counter on Treasure Map. Then if there are 3 or more landmark counters on it, remove those counters, transform Treasure Map. Then you make 3 treasure tokens. And then it becomes Treasure Cove, which you can tap, sacrifice a treasure, draw a card. I love this card. I almost want to give this card the S, actually. I think I'm just gonna give Treasure Map an S. Goes in every deck. You'll always play it. You'll always be happy. In a format where you're actually making other treasures as well, even more value. I think it's just, I think it's just an S. For all intents and purposes. Next card here. Matsalantli. Matsalantli, the Great Door. 3 mana legendary artifact. Tap, draw a card, and then discard a card. 4 mana tap. Transform Matsalantli, the Great Door. Activate only if there are 4 or more permanent types among cards in your graveyard, okay? So, it has battle on there. It's pretty cool. Wait, is this all the permanent types in Magic? It's not, right? Aren't there more permanent types in Magic or not? Actually, kind of crazy to think about that battle was just recently introduced as a new permanent type in Magic. Are these all the permanent types? Yeah, that's all the permanent types. That's honestly crazy to think about then. Battle. So battles kind of have to be coming back, right? Battles kind of have to be coming back. Alright, pretty cool. So in limited, if there are 4 or more, so you can have artifact, creature, enchantment, land. not battle, not planeswalker in limited. So you have to have all of them. Then it becomes the core, which is a legendary land. As Fathomless Descent, tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard, okay. So, it is a looting thing. It's a looting thing that can make mana at some point. Pretty cool card. I'm not that convinced by it. I think I'm just gonna give it a flat C. I think it's like a C, C minus, something like that. It's a cool card. Maybe start off as C minus is fine. The Death Race that we're doing in 2025. Okay, next card here. Roaming Throne. Howl's Moving Castle, anybody? 4 mana, 4/4. Ward 2. As Roaming Throne enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Roaming Throne is a chosen type in addition to his other types. Okay. If a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, it triggers an additional time. If a triggered ability of another creature you control, if a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, it triggers an additional time. Okay. So 4 mana, 4/4 Ward 2. And then it doubles triggered abilities and stuff of other things. It's fine. Probably give it like B plus A minus. I guess A minus is fine. Nothing special, nothing game breaking, just solid. Like, you kind of just always play it, and sometimes you'll have synergies, sometimes you don't. Alright, next card here. Treeold Thunderhulk. 7 mana, 0/0. Enters the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever Treeold Thunderhulk enters the battlefield or attacks, create a number of 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens equal to its power. Okay. 2 mana, sacrifice another artifact, put a counter on Treeold Thunderhulk. Pretty cool card. Enters the battlefield or attacks. Whoa! This guy's kind of a chonker, actually. So at the very least, 7 mana for a 3/3 that makes 3 1/1s. That is that seems fantastic. I think I just want to give this an S, probably. I think you always play this no matter what, and it's a slowish format. You always get super value from it. There are ways to recur it, there are ways to make it bigger. It's just a really, really great card, I think. Enter the battlefield with counters is not a triggered ability, no. I believe not. I believe it's not a triggered ability. There's no trigger there, right? Okay, next card here. Alright, moving into the Mythics, the Millennium Calendar. 1 mana, legendary artifact. Whenever you untap 1 or more permanents during your untap step, put that many time counters on Millennium Calendar. Okay. Millennium Calendar? Wait, is this Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way? With the power of the Millennium Calendar, I see through your dark lies. Whenever you tap one more permanents or untap step, put that many time counters on Millennium Calendar. 2-mana tap, double the number of time counters on Millennium Calendar. When there are 1,000 or more time counters on Millennium Calendar, sacrifice it, each opponent loses 1,000 life. I love it! I love it! Yes! Pump it into my veins, baby! I love it. I love it. I mean, exponential growth, right? Something, something, something. And it actually doesn't sound that hard. It's just a few turns, right? Yeah, it's like maybe like 5 to 8 turns or something like that. 5 to 8 turns, depending. Deathsie guest designer for this one. Yeah, it really seems like that, right, Boston? It's actually not that hard. I actually like it. Fuck it, just give it the S. Just give it the S. Just give it the S. This is very constructed playable, by the way. Huh. Dude, it might be time for Deathsie constructed arc. Actually some cool cards. Actually cool cards. I love it. Huh. I do love it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love you. I love you. I love cards that auto win a game, by the way. It's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. And then the last mythic colorless Shamil, the inner sun. 6-mana legendary artifact. Spells you control can't be countered. Okay. At the beginning of your end step, discover 5. Okay. Pretty cool card. You can definitely build some constructed decks with this. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but definitely can build some constructed decks with this. Discover 5. Chat, how does this work with adventure? So if you discover into Imbidane's Recruiter, can you make 2/2s or not? I assume yes, right? Or is adventure from your hand? No, adventure is not from your hand. You should be able to, right? Waiting for end step, discover 5. I mean, the card seems decent. I'm gonna start this card off at A-. All right. Damn. These colorless cards in this format, chat, they hit pretty good, right? They hit pretty good.